Hello everyone, Amanda here, thanks for joining me. If you are new, do hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you join us regularly. So I'm on with my Nature's Remedy design team project for Artemis. I'll leave the links in the description box below to the two halves of the kit, because it is a collaboration kit between Artemis and Tracy Fox. Right, that's that out of the way. So I'm making ephemera and pockets and flips and things like that. So I made one the other day out of 12 by 12. So those that follow me will know I'm trying to use up my 12 by 12s. So at the moment I'm on with using this one up, which is called Lost and Found. I've got, yeah. Let's just not talk about it. Now this is a lighter weight paper. It's probably only as heavy as copier paper, but the way that this folds up, it gives it strength. If you want and you're using lightweight, you can back it with book page, or if you've got a thicker 12 by 12, you can use that. This is single-sided, so this project will work with one-sided paper because you're not going to see the other side. But if yours is double-sided, it's fine. Use what you've got. Right, so 12 by 12. We're going to I'm going to use my pencil because I know that with the ring light there, I won't be able to see to cut. So I'm using my pencil to score with. Okay, so if you don't have a scoreboard, use what you've got, ruler and pencil. So we're doing 3 sections at 3 3/4 each, or there should be a bit time if I've done my measuring right. So we're starting at 3 3/4. Okay. Then 7 1/2. And then 11 1/4. Hopefully I can see to cut it. And then we're gonna turn it and just score it down the middle at 6. Make sure your paper is nice and flush up against that left side and the top book bar. Otherwise you won't get straight lines, and then when you cut it, it will be wonky. It will be very wonky. Okay. Right, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold those score lines. So that we can hopefully see what we're doing. Hopefully. It's quite difficult to see folded and scored lines when you've got a ring light blaring in your face. Right, so that's all done. Okay, so we've got the thinner strip to the right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start on the left hand side and we're going to cut from the bottom up to the middle score line. Alright, so and I've used paper that's not got a direction, so that, you know, it doesn't matter which way you end up folding this pocket flip, it won't matter. And then I will decorate it with bits and bobs from the kit, you know, and I've just kept the theme sort of, you know, the colour sort of similar. Right, so we've cut that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go across to the skinny side. We're going to that middle score line. We're going to cut across the little skinny bit and up to the first main score line. Okay. Let me just remind myself where it is. It's there, look. The scissors are about as sharp as me on a good day, i.e. very blunt. Right, so what I'm going to do now, let me just remind myself what I did. I can't remember. Right, so then I have turned it over. And what we're doing is this one here, we're folding up, okay? And these here, we're going to fold in and glue. Yeah. And fold in and glue. Okay, so I'm doing that with, you know, I've turned it over before I've done that. Just reminds myself which way it's going. Right, so let's do this. Okay, so our skinny strip's now down the left. Don't tell me I'm running out of this already. I've only had it 2 minutes. It's annoying me. Right. I'm nearly out of Pritt stick again. Okay, not to worry. You could sew it if you wanted. That'll look pretty. I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to sewing. I need some more cotton as well. I'm running short. So you want to get it kind of lined up, but it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. You know, but do your best. Okay. And then we're going to fold these across. So we're going to put glue on here and across the centre, but not on the score line. You'll have to just do it a little bit up. Okay. So for example, in fact, I'm just going to notch that. I'll just notch these a little bit. In fact, I only need to notch this. I'm only notching that one so it doesn't catch. Okay, it doesn't matter about the bottom. Oh, no, I'll just notch them. I'll just notch them all for argument's sake. Just stops it catching, that's all. Right, so, and it just leaves you that little sliver there you see at the bottom to add your bottom line of glue as well. So, on the bottom, very thin bead of glue. Thin as possible, you don't need a lot. Okay, and then some on there. Fold it over. Okay, that's that bit, and then same here. Okay, let me just, so thin bead of glue on the top of this one and down there. Hopefully I'm in short. I'll have to check in a minute. Am I? I am. And fold that one over to meet its edge and gently press there. Okay, don't put glue right in the middle, otherwise when it dries it's going to make things hard to thingy-majiggy fold up. So what we're going to do now is this bottom one here, so we've got a pocket here, and like a plain page there, right? So this bottom one here, we're going to trim about an inch off. Okay, so not too much, inch and a half max. I might do inch and a half. Okay. And then what we're going to do, before we've got it all folded up, let me just think. No, we'll do it that way. So then what we do is we fold that bottom up, okay, and then this plain bit goes around the back. Alright, now what this is going to do when we've done is this plain bit is going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew 2 pages together. So imagine them 2 pages are sewn together, so that's like a pocket, and then that will slide inside the pocket like that, okay, and it will hold in. I mean, you could just slide it on a, you know, on a page and just have it, hold it with a paper clip, but I'm going to sew 2 pages together, okay, and that will go inside. And then this bit here is a journaling point. You've got a journaling point there, or you can add a pocket, and then you've got a top loading pocket there and a top loading pocket there. But we're not done, okay, we're not done. Things aren't that simple. We're not having things that easy. So I'm just going to unfold that little bit again, and because it's nice and thin paper, I can just go like that. Okay, because I want thumb notches, but I want them the same. So I'm just holding them together a minute, okay, and I'm just getting my 1 inch circle punch. This is a Stampin' Up one, so it will go through all of this. These are the same punches as EK Success. Firmly believe they're made by the same people, because they're very much the same and they will punch through anything. Alright, so that's that done. So that it is going to go and fold back like that. Alright, but we're not done, because what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put a flap on the top of there, and also I've got somewhere, yeah, I'm putting an envelope on it as well. So what I'm also going to do is I'm having an envelope on there. Alright, so that we've got an envelope flip and then a pocket. Then it will flip down. You can tuck something in there. We're going to make a little pocket here, and also you can put something in there. Alright, so let me just ink this up. And then you've got the bare bones then of how to do it. Okay, I'll show you the rest. So this is from the kit. And what I just need to do, because I want to be able to access that, but because I'm sticking it around the back of something, I'm just going to cut. You could actually do this before you. I'm just going to cut a little bit away. Okay. So I'm just cutting basically down the edge there and straight across, just where that envelope's shaped. I'm just cutting that little bit away. Alright, and that is just to make it easier to get things in and out, because it's going to be right up against there. So for you to be able to slide things in and out. And then I'm just going to add a little thumb notch as well. Right, so that's that. Just ink it. Right, so I want that to come around there, but I'm gluing it on that side there. So I'm going to put a bead of glue that doesn't protrude those two bits there, and then it'll leave this bit here to tuck stuff under. Okay. Now, if you wanted, you could... I'm just going to leave that like that because I like it, but you could strengthen it again with book pages or whatever. You can, you know, you can do it all day long, can't you? So before that glue dries, just make sure that it's kind of straight and that it will open, okay, which it will. So then that'll flip down. Okay, I've got room to put something in there, and I can slip things in there as well, like, you know, light things like a little ticket or something like that. Okay, so that's that, that's that, that's that. So all we need to do now is make the flap for the top, and I'm going to make the flap so that it will just tuck inside there. Okay, so I'm going to use, what am I going to use? Don't know, let's have a look what we've got. I think I might just use some paper from the kit. Yeah, I'm just going to use some of this. What shall I use? It doesn't really matter, does it? So that's 3 3/4. So I'll just cut this to size, and then I'll show you where we're going to position it. So I'm going to cut it to 3 3/4 by, I don't know how deep. I'll give you that measurement in a minute. I've cut that piece there to 3 3/4. We're making this up, right? We're crafting on the hop here. I do this, me. I just make stuff up as I'm going. I have a very basic idea when I switch the camera on, and then I just start crafting. So that's the full sheet, the full width of the, you know, the A4 digital. So 3 3/4. So what I'm going to do to make it stronger, I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay. And I'm going to utilise the full strip to make that flap a bit stronger. Alright, so let me just get it so it's kind of straight. Alright, so that's that. Then we need to figure out how we're going to turn that into a flap. So I'm using the larger, do you know what, if we stick that on there, then that could be like a tuck at the back, couldn't it? Yeah, we'll do that. So let's have a look. I want that to just tuck inside there, so I need at least that much so it'll tuck in. Okay, so this is just how I do things. I'll just literally make it up. So I know that it needs to tuck inside that pocket to just keep it closed. Alright, so I'm giving myself maybe half an inch, maybe slightly more. I think we've got room to go a bit more, so let me just do maybe an inch. Alright, okay, so about there. And then also it will, on the back here, give us, it doesn't matter that it's upside down, you can always layer it over with something else. That will give us a tuck on the back as well. Right, so that's about where I want it. Yeah, so now what I just need to do is I just need to shape it ever so slightly so it will slide in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just grab both pieces together, and I'm just going to, what shall I do? How can I shape that? I know what I'll do. I'll use what I use to make tags. So I've got this little card, I got this tip off of Artie Mae's. She got an old plastic card, and she has it the angle cut, so it's always there ready for when she wants to do tags. So I'm using that. What is it? I think it's a TK Maxx card. So I just need to make sure that that's going to slide inside. Let me just open that flip. I just want to make sure that's going to slide inside there. Yeah. So that will slide inside there then and keep it shut. Yeah. Or you could obviously make it so that you could make it so you've got a little one of those circle things and string, but because I've got this envelope here, I don't want to do that. So that's just going to tuck in there. Super, super simple. So let's get this glued together. Now I've got the shape that I want. I need to, somebody gave me the tip of if you only put a little hole in the disc inside there, then it won't all come shooting out. But to me, it makes it harder to squeeze, so I don't know if I'm going to take it back out. I don't know. You try these things, don't you, that people suggest, and some people it'll work and some it won't. Right. Get it lined up so it's somewhat like, there we go. Then just ink your edge all the way around. Do it on both sides even if you're not going to see it, and then I know that it's done. Okay, right, so it's going to slide inside there to close. And go along the back there. Just pull it out the right little bit. It's going to wrap around there, okay, and we're just going to glue, because I've done that thumb notch, I'll do the glue here. I'm going to glue maybe 1/4 of an inch so that it's nice and firm, but because we've given it plenty of space, that measures, what does that measure? Oh, for goodness sake. It's about 1.5 inches. Yeah. Just glue that. Yeah, and then you can tuck stuff up there. Yeah. I might even just glue it on one side as well. Do you know what I'm going to glue? I'm going to glue the little sides as well, because there's room there, plenty of room. Just glue them little sides down. And this is how you know I've not copied it off nobody, because I'm literally making it up as I go along. But this is what you do. There's no right or wrong. So that will be a tuck now for a little tag. That says journaling, that is going to slide into another pocket. Okay, or you can take the whole thing and slide it into a pocket. Yeah, so we've got our little envelope flip there, and don't feel the need to, you know, add more closures. It'll be fine once it's in. Alright, you can always put a paper clip here maybe, or a little something. So you put something in there. That's a pocket. Okay, and we can add a small pocket there if we want. And then this flap lifts out, okay, and then that will fold down, revealing another pocket there if I've not glued it shut. If I've not glued it shut. So that's another pocket. Let me get a tag. Another pocket there. Okay, and that's quite deep because that's 6 inches. So you could have your large tags in there. Your that's 6 by 3 7/8. So you can have your large tags in there. You've got a tuck there. You've got something there, and then obviously you've got this here. And if we wanted to put another pocket on there, we could. So you've got theoretically 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes back in. 5 tuck spots there, and a journaling card. I think that's enough. I don't think we need to add any more. So that goes up like that. That tucks in there like that. Yeah. And that folds together like that, and then it goes on our book page like that. Hold it on with a paper clip, or just leave it as it is, and that's going to go in a pocket, or have it as an insert in another pocket. But there you go. Blimey, that's so made my brain hurt. I'm going to go away and decorate that now. I'll probably show you. So I'm not sure if I'm editing this onto the beginning of this video or at the end. So whatever I say, if I've said it before in the other part, just bear with me. So I've finished decorating the project that we're making today. To give you an idea, the tutorial is the base of the item, and this is how I've decorated it. So this is what you can do with the tutorial I've given you. So this will go inside my journal. So so this is a journaling page, so that will slide between 2 pages of a journal like so. Okay, now you can either leave it hanging there, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sewing some of my pages together to form side pockets, so that will slide inside a side pocket. Or, as I say in the other half of the video, you can just slide it into a tuck spot or a pocket, or you can slide it on and hold it with a paper clip. So this is what we've got. So the back part is for journaling, okay, and then in here we've got a tuck. Alright, so there's just some ephemera from the kit. Alright, and then this paper clip here, just made it very easily. All I've done is stuck one of the discs from the kit on some book page to hold it on the clip, and then added a butterfly and some little words and a dangle on the end. Okay, so that holds a ticket, and it holds this flap closed. This is an envelope from the kit, this is from the kit, quite simple. That flips open and you've got a pocket there, and then here you've got a pocket. This is from the kit, the tag's from the kit. Okay, so I've not had to make the ephemera, I've just made the pocket. So this here, I've got a nice piece of lace. This is a flap that holds this bit together. Okay, so that folds out and it's tucked inside this pocket here where we've got a tag. Alright, and then this folds down. Okay, so you can put a journaling spot on there. I'm going to put some paper on there later for journaling. Alright, and then the envelope here, I've just utilised the flap of that envelope as a tuck spot and made that little tag, and again you can journal on the back. And then in the back here we've got another pocket, and this holds the larger tags because the size of this project is 3 7/8 by 6, so it does fit the larger tags. I just cut the bottom of this really large tag. It was very long, and I wanted it to fit inside my pocket, so I just cut the bottom off, put it on the back as a little tuck spot. Okay, and so again that slides in there. Okay, that closes up. No, and then that comes down, and this little flap here that I made slips into the top of the second pocket. Okay, keeps all of those nice and neat and shut, and then that closes there, and then you add your slide your paper clip in between there and there. Okay, like so. Alright, so the tutorial is how to make the base, and that is what you can do with it. I hope you enjoy it, have some fun. See you soon.